everyone! How are you doing? Very nice of you. So I'm Kobi, I came from Israel and I'm here for studying in a culinary school, very fancy one, La Cordon Bleu. Everyone familiar? Very fancy. So it's so expensive, so fancy. The first class was how to prepare ketchup. It's a 3 hours long intro. The first day we got our knife kit, so the principal gathered everyone together and he was like, well guys, you should take the knife kit with you home, you should prepare, you should training with them, just put him in the bag. Kobi, would you mind staying for 2 minutes please? And I was like, yeah, sure. They stayed like, Kobi, I think, just get it right, you shouldn't take the knife kit with you home. I was like, fuck it, first day in England, already an anti-Semitic experience. And I thought maybe he saw me dropping things in the kitchen, maybe he saw how clumsy I am, but no, it's because I look Arabic and I shouldn't just really walk with knives in the street. So a class after, we had a bread class. Someone made a bread dough. No one cooking in here. So it's a lot of work, and the chef told us, guys, to make the gluten and yeast work, you should walk the bread dough for at least 12 minutes. You should knead it very, very well. If you're finding it very hard, you should think about someone you hate. Okay, now, a second after, a Greek student stood up and he said, am I allowed to think about Turkish people? It's a joke, it's funny. A second after, an English student stood up and he said, am I allowed to think about German people? At this point, everyone was laughing so hard. Argentinian students stood up and he said, can I think about fucking Chileans? Everyone was laughing so hard. They said, can I think about Palestinians? Everyone look at me. Those European judgy eyes was looking at you. Everyone stepped out of the class. Even their bread dough was stepping out of the class. I stayed only with my bread dough. It was, keep kneading, mate. Anyway, so a class after, actually, it's not really a class, so yeah, I'm making it up. 2 months ago, 2 months ago, David Bowie died, which is a tragedy, a global tragedy, not only for the English nation. And I really didn't want to say anything because it's tough for everyone. But a day after, Alan Rickman died. And come on, guys, it's too much for the English nation. So one student came in, she was so sad, so upset. She was, did you hear who died yesterday? And I was like, of course, Professor Severus Snape. She said, yeah, it's so sad, everyone was so sad about it. So I said, I thought Voldemort already killed him. And they didn't take it so funny as you didn't take it so funny. But they didn't really take it funny. Said, hey, please do not say that, that's not funny. I said, whoa, guys, chill, it's just a joke. You know who? Yeah, so as I said, I'm Israeli and I'm Jewish. Again, I'm allowed to say it out loud that I'm Jewish. My parents from Morocco, so it's so complicated for me, it's so tough. From one side I'm Jewish, and when I'm abroad I need to be careful from terror, Nazis, whatever it is. From the other side, let's not deny it, I look extremely Muslim, right? And it's not a good time to look Muslim in Europe. Now, my parents calling me like 5 times in a week, Kobi, be careful from terror. It's not safe for us abroad. I'm asking you, be careful. Now, my parents, guys, mom and dad, you're in Israel, right? It's probably the second dangerous place on earth after Paris. Disneyland place, Damascus, right? Now, no offense, but when I'm walking in the street, I look extremely Muslim, and someone pushed the button of Islamophobia on. So the only people who are approaching me in the streets are Muslims, right? English people don't want to speak with me because I look Muslim. Yeah, so one of the worst experiences that a Jewish Israeli guy can experience, really, is to sit in a bar, meet a posh guy and tell him that I'm Israeli, like exactly, I counted it. 10 seconds after, he will ask you, am I allowed to ask you about the situation in Israel? And I'm always like to play with this situation, like, which situation? What are you talking about? It's like, you know, the conflict. Which conflict? And it's like, the conflict, you know, with Israeli-Palestinian, I just found it fascinating. It's the worst thing you can say about the situation. Harry Potter is fascinating. The Hobbit is fascinating. Gaza get bombed, people getting stabbed in the street. This is not fascinating, this is terrifying. Anyway, so they asked me this question, and then, with no offense, guys, I love England. I'm just trying to make some friends. Guys, you don't know shit about what and not only you, probably the rest of the world as well. And always it seems like a little bit like there is a great TV show, let's call it in its real name, Israel vs. Palestine. And everyone missed like season 1 and 2. No one knows who's the bad guy. Now it's like I will start watching Sopranos from season 4, and we'll see and say, this Tony Soprano is such a great priest role. So convincing. But maybe it's not a good comparison between a TV show, but who the fuck wanna watch 2,000 seasons? Thank you very much, guys.